Welcome to Carnaval in Salvador, Bahia. We are Jenny and Kevin.
And we're getting ready to go out to our first Carnival in Brazil. We chose to come to Salvador first. We'll be experiencing the very end of Carnival in Rio. So this is going to be a crazy week. But really, the Carnival celebration started, I think, a couple weeks ago.
I don't know.
There have been parties all over Salvador. We've been here for 2 weeks and they've just been insane already.
But this is like the main weekend. It's about 7:30, 7:45 here in Brazil. And the party started about 4 or 5 hours ago. And it goes all the way up to like 4 or 5 in the morning. Luckily, we have some amazing Airbnb hosts that are going to join us tonight and have been prepping us for 2 days to make sure that we don't get robbed and that we know
and made sure we had enough glitter.
Ourselves.
Thank you for the glitter, guys. And they made sure we had all the safety tips.
We'll be sharing all these tips with you at the end of our experience, but let us know what you think throughout this whole fiasco / party / carnaval. We are excited. We've been waiting for this for so many years and the dream is finally coming true tonight.
Thankful to be experiencing our first carnival in Brazil with Natalia, Melissa, and Mario, Airbnb hosts and new friends. Thank you guys for celebrating with us. Woohoo! Excited.
Love bringing you guys to Brazil. It's such a great time being here with you.
We're gonna be family after this. Watch. We're gonna make memories, and hopefully our phone stays with us all night.
Yeah.
You know.
All right, so we arrived close to Ondina, where we're gonna start our night tonight, but we got dropped off by an Uber about 15 minutes away walking from where the main attractions are gonna be, because all these streets are closed for maybe about a kilometer and a half.
But the cool thing is that we're walking and we're not even there yet, but there are things everywhere. Street vendors selling all kinds of costume-related things. Like the biggest number of porta potties I think I've ever seen in my life. Food, beer, drinks. Like, get ready for Carnival on your way to Carnival.
By the way, welcome. We are Jenny and Kevin, two Mexicans from Chicago living in Latin America since 2021. We like to share what this beautiful world has to offer with tips and important things to know about everywhere we go. Join us by subscribing and support by hitting the like button. Obrigada.
We're walking around trying to get a good spot because our friends want to find some of their bands. We want to see one of their favorite bands, which started playing at 3 o'clock. It is now 9 o'clock. So the band is still playing since, and we're
very slowly down the streets like a snail's pace. That means that they are essentially hosting a concert for like 6 straight hours.
Yeah, 6 to 8 hours straight, which is crazy. But man, we can't get footage while we're in the middle of all the crowds because it's so packed. Like, I have so much other people sweat on me, it's kind of gross.
And my feet so far are surviving. They haven't been squished or stepped on, but they are wet and sticky with all kinds of fluids that I'm hoping are not bodily fluids. So hey, things are going well. The popular things to watch around here.
It's a tourist attraction.
Tourist attraction. Well, more so for Brazilians. Brazilians like to watch people fall and slip in the bodily fluids that are being secreted.
Their own urine, their own pee. Sometimes the area is too damn busy. The carnaval makes you do crazy things, yo.
In events like this, basically the entire street the creative little tents. Oh, queijo. Okay, so we finally reached the location that we've been walking to all this time. We started walking at the very end of Ondina and we walked over to Baja. Baja is where the trios are coming through, but it's really nice because it's much more open. We got the beach behind us, it's open space. So you got lots of ventilation. Our friends told us that going to Campo Grande, on the other hand, would be feel like an enclosed experience because of the buildings. So this is probably the best place to be. We're gonna hang out here for the rest of the night. Alright, there's another trio coming and it's getting more packed. And this is basically it. You party, you drink, you dance. One of the best, oh my god, I'm sweaty. One of the best street snacks during this whole experience is cheese, grilled cheese. Look at that. Grilled on the spot. Literally just cheese and a stick. There is a trio approaching, Tehi. We're gonna be following that one.
Broken knee. A ver. So that's a wrap for night number one. Wow,
You're
really
never gonna
tired.
guess where we ended up.
Yeah, I'm almost embarrassed to say this. It's been more than 10 years since I've had food from this place.
Probably about the same. I don't think I've had McDonald's in 10 years, but our friends told us that this is what Brazilians do when there's nowhere else open. They
Well, it's
come
because they
to
close at 5 a.m.
McDonald's is where it's at. So we thought, well, let's try it. McDonald's in other parts of the world are usually different quality, so we might as well try this one.
It's just a Big Mac, right?
Yeah, it's just a Big Mac. I mean, I think it's the same. I wouldn't. I mean, it's been a long time, but I think it's the same.
We'll see you tomorrow for day 2. We wanted to learn more about the Carnival, so we headed to the Carnival Museum, which is open year-round. And it's a great place to learn about the origins of this famous event here in Salvador. Admission fee is 20 reais, or about $3.50, and there's a library and multiple exhibit rooms with a surprise rooftop. Jenny's favorite exhibit was the interactive video dance room, where you can pick an instrument and a costume to get in carnival spirit. The surprise at the rooftop is an awesome restaurant and a bar with a magnificent view of the bay. We didn't stay to eat, but the caipirinha sure looked good. There are 3 ways to enjoy Carnival in Salvador. 1, as part of a group, you'll actually walk with the band or the artist and the length of the circuit. This is called being a bloco, and participants wear specific costumes or custom t-shirts. I think this will cost from anywhere from 200 to 800 reais. Number 2, in a viewing stand called camarochis. You get to stay put and watch as the carnival circuit goes by. There are over 30 different viewing stand options at a variety of prices with lots of different benefits. Number 3, on the streets. Salvador is truly the people's carnival, so it's always free to watch on the streets. When you're on the streets, you'll be part of what it's called the pipoca, the Portuguese word for popcorn.
Tip number 1, concerning your valuables, take very little cash or none at all, as you likely won't need it. Almost all street vendors accept card payment and tap to pay. If you do take cash and cards, tuck them away way under your clothes because your pockets will be emptied by the crowds. Same goes for smartphones. I can't tell you how many people warned us many times to put our phones away because someone could easily snatch it and hide in the crowd. I swear this guitarist was shaking his head straight at us when he saw us recording video. Tip number 2, make an effort to dress up fun and smell nice. Smelling nice is key because of how close you'll be to other people. And you'd want the guy next to you to be wearing deodorant, right? So if you forgot some, maybe you'll be lucky enough to run into this guy. Tip number 3, when you see police, get out of their way immediately. Seriously, get out of their way. They will not hesitate to hit people with their batons. Kevin got hit in the ribs because he was in their way as they were marching in from behind him and he hadn't seen them coming. Police are known to be very aggressive with carnival crowds as a way to assert their authority. Luckily, lots of people look out for others and help warn when police are approaching. So when someone asks you to step aside with a worried look on their face, you better do it quickly.
All right, we are out now in day 2. We have upgraded the outfits, or at least I did. I think I look better than yesterday.
Oh, her makeup is precious. Look at this, look at this.
So we're heading out to the same area tonight, which is the Baja Ondina area. Really, you can't go wrong with any of the areas that you go to. You can go to Campo Grande, you can go hang out in Pelourinho. We really enjoyed the Baja Ondina area, so that's where we're going again. And
unfortunately, we lost one of our friends. She's out for today.
Nothing happened to her. Nothing happened to her. She just left. It's actually Melissa's sister. That's Melissa and Mario. Hello. Our wonderful Airbnb host and new friend. It might look like there's a lot of people leaving, but what I think is happening is really just a shift change. You know, because this is such a long week, or just events going on all day and almost all night.
It's really a marathon, not a sprint, right?
Exactly, and I'm sure that the people who are partying during the day, I doubt that they're gonna make it like 24 hours through the night. So I'm sure a lot of these people that are used to leaving right now, probably heading home. They've probably been partying all day. Maybe they're going home for a nap and coming back out. I don't know. But we're just starting our night. We slept in. We had an amazing feijoada earlier at this restaurant called Sal Marino. And now we're back out here to see what the night
fresh like night owls now.
See what the night has in store for us.
We're having some wardrobe malfunctions
We
here.
were hugging to take a picture and now we're stuck.
Não vai sair de Salvador mais.
No. Aqui, do aqui.
There you go.
Yay! Oh, now I have to leave.
People making out really hardcore, but it's not as romantic as those delicious
beautiful kisses from El Metro in Mexico City.
Are you serious? He's like, record me, I'm gonna say something. I'm like, that's what you were gonna say?
They're like,
Mexico City subway making out is definitely another level. But that one's much more romantic. I feel like this one's just like,
well, they're eating their faces out like they haven't eaten all day.
But now that you pointed out, it is really interesting to know how people stop in the middle of the street in between the Rio concerts. People are partying, hanging out, but also a lot of them making out really hardcore. I think it's a thing. It's like one of the must-do activities during Carnival. I am gonna skip. I don't think I can participate in this. It's just too disgusting everywhere.
Today is Tuesday and it is Mardi Gras. It's also the last day of Carnival.
Yeah.
It's been quite the experience.
We're tired, y'all. We're not used to for this kind of partying anymore, at least. We don't have the energy that we used to. You know, some of you might know that I have some chronic issues that like fibromyalgia, fatigue, chronic pain. So I am at my limits. So we will not be dancing much today, I don't think. We're just here to watch and enjoy the energy. One of the things that we've been doing on the daily here is getting acai. A day without acai in Brazil is a day wasted, according to Kevin. So we come and get our daily dose of acai. It's self-serve, so you come, you scoop what you want, you put the toppings you want. There's all kinds of interesting things like the basics, M&Ms, gummies. But one that's really interesting to me is powdered milk. I never would have thought to put powdered milk on like ice cream or anything like that. We don't usually put anything on it because acai is perfect. Well, we eat the strawberries. If you don't know what acai is or if you've never had acai, it's basically ice cream or a sorbet technically because it's water-based. But the acai berry is this magical berry that comes from the Amazon forest that is everywhere in Brazil, and it's just something that I wish the entire world had because it's such a delicacy.
My life is so much happier with acai in it. I've enjoyed this carnival way more than I expected. At first I was a little concerned because I didn't know a lot of the Brazilian songs, so I was concerned I wasn't going to be able to sing along like I normally do in Cali when it's like, you know? Yeah. But the energy is really contagious and we've been lucky to make really good friends, which have helped us throughout this whole process, sending us playlists and everything, so it's been awesome so far.
I will say that I don't think this experience is for everybody. You know, it was very overwhelming. We having only attended 3 out of the 6 days, I think was plenty for us. It's nice that you can mix it up. Now we're enjoying Pelourinho and seeing what Pelourinho has to offer. But based on what you've seen, I'm curious to know if you all think this experience would be for you. It's definitely intense, lots of fun, but you also gotta be watching out for your back. So there's a lot going on, a lot of stimulation. So let us know in the comments down below if this is an experience that you would want to try, experience in Salvador, Brazil. Guys, we vlogged Salvador and we focused on Pelourinho, the historic center of Salvador. If you haven't seen that video, we'll link it up on the screen. You definitely check it out because it's where Brazil was born, and if you want to learn about Brazil, you've got to learn about Salvador. You know, I see a lot of people, but it's not as crowded as I might have thought it to be. Definitely less crowded than the Baja Ondina area. I like it. I think this is a little bit more my pace.
After those crazy wild nights where we stayed up till like 5 a.m., this is definitely the pace it takes for the last night here. Because man, those nights were like, and waking up like...
Zombies. Yeah, it's definitely much nicer here to be at a, I think, more chill, family-friendly area. Something about these bubbles and balloons is kind of comforting. Oh, this kid's throwing punches. Maybe I take it back.
see what we're talking about though? We just came here to vlog and show you all Pelourinho.
Without any energy, and then
What's
suddenly
that?
you're in it and you're like,
Hey, oh my god, it's 8 o'clock right now and we might just get home at 5 now.
no, I don't know about that either. There are stages set up all throughout the neighborhood. This is one that we saw get built up while we were staying around here, and now this square is packed with people waiting, I think, for the next artist.
Ooh, these are dangerous. These will sneak up on you. Saúde, happy Fat Tuesday.
You know what? This might be my last alcohol ever. I went 2024 without drinking most of the year, and I really don't crave it. But sometimes when you're traveling, you want to experience local delicacies, and sometimes that includes like the local spirit. So cheers to maybe my last alcohol.
She's completely lying because there's no way we're gonna go to Argentina. She's not gonna have wine.
Maybe after that. All right, y'all, this is where we say goodbye. You know the drill. If you made it to the end of the video, drop us an emoji. There should be a carnival mask emoji there somewhere, or something that makes you feel happy and celebratory.
But the party does not end because now we're heading out to Rio de Janeiro to finish out their carnival. So make sure you follow us on Instagram, on Facebook, and subscribe to this channel. Se cuidan, se vayan y nos vemos hasta la próxima.
Ciao.